What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to talk about DC K.O. Boss Battle #1. This is another DC K.O. tie-in, Challengers from Beyond the DCU. This thing is just a pure cash-in issue. I will just say that straight up, right off the get-go. You don't necessarily have to read it for the overall DC K.O. storyline. I mean, I read DC K.O. #4, and it's like, yeah, stuff. This is just basically like, say you're playing a video game, and you have to go fight this boss, but your character is not quite up to like strength, so you go off and just kind of do some little side quests to level up your character to be a little bit more powerful. It's literally called Boss Battle. You face off some other side things just to kind of upgrade your character before going into the next round. That's basically the gist of this thing. They were going to get ready to fight in the DC K.O. round 4 against the Absolute Universe, but it was the World Forger and Gorilla Grodd kind of froze things a little bit, allowing the heroes to go off and siphon off more Omega energy to be stronger to fight things, and hence why we get battles across different universes in that too. This one's written by Jeremy Adams and several different artists on this particular thing. For instance, some of the heroes end up in the Mortal Kombat universe, which is really cool. I mean, I love Mortal Kombat. That's one of my favorite universes. You get Sub-Zero, you get Scorpion in there. Wonder Woman's going to face off against Red Sonja. And then the Joker, for some reason, gets transported to the Conjuring universe. Now, I've covered like some of the Conjuring comic books as well on here, so it's him and the Annabelle doll. This is such a weird crossover, but it's not really much in terms of a fight. But the fact that Joker is battling against the Annabelle doll, I don't know, that's just kind of a funny concept to me. And then, of course, Batwoman and Vampirella. We have Sabrina the Teenage Witch in there as well, which is kind of neat to see her in this thing. And then Joker against Samantha Strong, a serial killer bear. You know what you could have done? Have somebody go up against Pennywise the Clown. Since you're going like across the universe anyways, I think that would have been an interesting thing to kind of do with some of these heroes and villains and all that too. That's what I would have done. But we get Samantha Strong, a serial killer bear, which I have no idea what this character is from, but I kind of looked it up. But the big matchup I'm sure everybody's most intrigued by is Superman versus Homelander. This is the first time these characters have ever crossed over to my knowledge. And Homelander's just evil and all that other stuff. He's trying to be like the superhero. And they do get into a fight with each other. And, you know, the action here is pretty entertaining. For a cash-in issue, it is fun. The ending is a little underwhelming in that it just kind of feels forgotten about. Like you take one of those MIB neuralizers and just kind of like zap everyone's memory away because it's not really carried over. Are we going to ever see the characters cross over again as a result of this thing? Because some of the fights didn't really feel finished. I want to see them duke it out a little bit more, such as Superman and Homelander. And then, of course, the fights kind of break through like different kind of arenas, like where Joker was facing off against Annabelle and all that too. That just kind of gets carried across over with Superman and Homelander battling it out all over the place. And it just, look at this image right here. This is an insane image. I mean, Homelander, Superman, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, a giant killer serial killer bear, Vampirella looking fine as hell, a Joker choking the Annabelle doll, which is funny, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and all that, and then Wonder Woman, Red Sonja. It's a fun comic book. It does feel like a cheap cash-in just for the event, but in terms of like cash-ins for the events, it was at least entertaining, but it's not going to get really like all that referenced beforehand, because they're immediately like, okay, let's go to the final battle. Do we really need this thing? No, it's just, okay, we're doing this thing, just throw all these characters in, have a little bit of fun for a few minutes, and a storyline that's just going to feel irrelevant afterwards. So in terms of irrelevancy to the DC K.O. event, it's not really like much in terms of anything. Unless it gets brought up later on, you don't have to necessarily read this thing. But if you want to see the like characters DC like crossover with some other random characters just for the sake of a fun little cameos in this event, then you're going to get that here. And you get to see Superman fight Homelander, although we never really get a full conclusion to a lot of these fights, which is kind of disappointing. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of it. But overall, fun stuff, I suppose. And you know what? In terms of some crossovers, DC has crossed over with Mortal Kombat before. You can play Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. That's a pretty fun game, and it's one I would like to check out again. I do have it on the PS3, but it's been many years since I played it. But I do remember liking that one quite a bit, so maybe I'll have to check that one out afterwards. But yeah, I mean, this was fun. You don't really need to read it for the event's sake, but it is entertaining, I suppose. So you can do worse things with your time. But anyways, what did you think of this issue? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. And I think that's it in terms of the DC K.O. tie-ins. Next up is DC K.O. like number 4, which I'll be covering. And I got another DC book I got to cover. And then I think I just have Absolute Batman, but I can't really cover that one until I catch up with Absolute Wonder Woman because it's a crossover thing. So that'll be soon as well. So look forward to all that stuff. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.